Are you all able to hear me? If you're able to hear me, please leave me a thumbs up, or you can say, yes, we can hear you. So today I just came up with a very, very interesting topic for all of you. I'm very confident that this is going to help you to deal with bringing up your own premature babies. And go get yourself some juice and some chips, get yourself a notebook or a pen and a paper. We'll just start discussing. Yes, I'm so excited to meet all of you. It's been long time. I really feel like it's been long time that we all met. So today we are going to discuss Olive's condition, what happened when she was born, and then some few little things here and there of what happened in an ICU. And then I'll discuss how I became confident and what really helps me to stay confident even till today. And then some things, some tips for you to actually help yourself be confident to bring up your premature baby. I'm going to give you some tips. So do stick until the end, watch us, and if you really like this, do share it with other mamas and other pregnant women or anybody, because this, so that they can be prepared well in advance. You can share with your family and friends, your spouse, or any mother who knows, who is expecting a baby, or who has a baby, or who has especially a premature baby. You can refer this. And thank you for joining. Our first member is here. So you can go ahead and post in social media. You can tag us, Mom, Dad, Olive Life, so that others can join us too. And let's join. Hey people, come on in, come on in. We are going to really discuss one important topic today. Actually, I've asked what topic do you want me to discuss this time, and many of you have told me to discuss about how I actually be so confident in bringing up Olive. So here I am giving you all my secrets. I'm very excited. So I brought a juice for myself. You can go get a juice for yourself too. Actually, it's very hot and very humid over here. So that's the reason I bought myself a cup of juice. All right, so let's begin. It's very hot, trust me. Especially like I'm from South India, and here the temperature is like way above 35, so it's very hot and humid. How about your city? Where are you from? You can leave me in the chat box below so that I can understand where are you from, so that I'll have a note of it. That's fantastic. So here I brought my book today so that I don't miss any points. I really just want to discuss everything in detail. So let's start. So the first thing I want to actually make it clear to everybody is that I'm a human being. Olive is a human being. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is like extraordinary. We are all just humans. We have our own mistakes. We learn from our experience. Yes, I'm a first-time mother. So this Olive is my first baby, and that too a premature baby. And I don't know anybody from my. Good evening, Kevin. Thank you for joining. Wow, we have people from Europe also. Very nice. So, like I said before, Olive is my first baby, and I really don't know anybody whom I can really have a reference of the levels, and especially having a premature baby, it was very new. Nobody in my family had premature babies, and nobody in my friend circle had premature babies. So I was the first person. So when I was in hospital and Olive was in an ICU, I had some time to actually research because it was all very new and very unexpected delivery. So I was opening my YouTube and I was checking if there was any information on premature babies, on how to take care of them. All that was in front of me was NICU, babies with pipes, babies with tubes, how to swaddle them, how to take care of them, how to put milk through the tubes, all that. And it scared me a little bit, and I didn't feel comfortable looking at all those things because at that time I didn't know how Olive was kept in an ICU. Nobody showed me. My husband, my sister, and my brother-in-law, and my mother, they used to go to the hospital, and they saw, and they just used to come back and tell, okay, okay, she's fine, she's good, she's doing good. But I really didn't know how she was. And when I didn't get any proper information, and I really thank God, because Olive's doctor, he was the person who was guiding me on everything, each and every little thing. He was very particular, like, you have to do this, you have to maintain this, you have to do this. So I was following every instruction given by doctor blindly, because he was the only reference point that I had, and I completely trusted the doctor, because of course he was a very senior doctor in our area, and he's very good as well, he's very good in his work as well. Excuse me, I'm really sweating very bad because it's very hot here. Yeah, so what happened was, when Olive was born, she was taken to an ICU. She was underweight, and her lungs didn't develop well. So she was given some medicine to develop her lungs, and she was giving breathing support externally. So she was not able to breathe in and breathe out all by herself. There was a machine that was helping her, CPAP. She was on CPAP for some days, and then she was shifted to an oxygen mask later. So all this was very scary to see her with masks and so many injections, and it was very heavy in heart to see all those things. And literally, I used to wait for that 10 seconds my husband sends me every day. He used to go to the hospital, take a video, take a picture, and that too secretly. And Kevin, you're there, right? You remember all those things. My husband is in the live too. If you want to ask any questions, he will answer as well. Because he was the person who really went each day. And my sister used to go on the weekends and talk to the doctor over the phone every day and all that. So she was like that. Her lungs didn't develop well, and then she was attacked with jaundice. Then eventually, there were so many tubes and bandages everywhere from top to bottom, and it was very hard for me to see her like that. I used to really feel very lonely and cry, and yes. And as per Indian traditions, I was in my mother's place. So my husband was somewhere, my baby is somewhere, I am somewhere. All the three of us were in different places, and that was really heavy for me. So what happened was, one day my husband sent me a video where Olive was really crying extremely. She was crying so much, and she was raising her back, like she was sleeping like this. She was raising her back and crying so pathetically. And he sent me, it was all blue in color. I'm like, she was okay, but the lighting that she was in was blue in color. And then I saw and I understood that something was not right over there. Something is troubling her. She was in extreme pain. So then I googled, why is baby crying back arching? It was like her back was arching like a U shape. And I googled that, why is baby crying back arching? So it came that, when baby is in extreme pain, when the pain is too much, then the baby will back arch and cry without any soothing. When the baby is not at all feeling comfortable, like it is the topmost level of being uncomfortable. It broke my heart very much. I was like, oh my god, my baby is so much pain. I'm not able to go to her. I can't pick up and I can't comfort her. And I shouldn't touch her, first of all. I was not allowed even to come to the hospital because I was very sick. So immediately, I don't know what to do. I panicked. I called my sister. I said, this is the thing. I googled and it came out like it is extreme pressure and extreme pain. She is in pain. You do something. You call the doctor. As she is doctor, she called the doctor, and he said it's okay. I will just go and see how she is. And they went and they saw Olive, and it was very chaotic. Just to soothe me, he said Olive is all right, but I know personally that she was in pain because of all those things, and that was really very heavy to see. So on that day, I still remember the whole day that I spent. I literally cried so bitterly. I cried, I cried, and the only thing that I did was I prayed. I kneeled down, I opened my Bible, I just read it, I prayed that, Lord, you are the only person who can help, because doctors are doing their best. They are doing their best to help my baby be physically all right, right? They are helping her to breathe, they're helping her to eat, everything they're doing the best. I myself, I'm not able to do anything, and nobody is able to do anything. They just kept everything that they need, but the emotional support, the moral support, the physical touch that she needs, nobody will be able to give except God. I understood that on that day. And I prayed so much. I cried almost like for full day I cried. I said, Lord, you are the only person who can help me now. You can the only person who can help my baby. My baby and me. So please comfort both of us. Give us that peace. Give us that soothing effect. Just calm us down. Remove the pain from Olive. I was praying only for her pain to be reduced. And the next day, by God's grace, when my husband sent the video and the photos, and it was very miraculous that they removed the CPAP, and there were so many less tubes than she had earlier, and she was like normal. Only I think only glucose or some few 2-3 tubes were attached to her. The rest of the things were taken off, and then I was so relieved to see her like that, and I really thank God. Like, thank you for answering my prayer. So on that day, I really understood that, depending on any human or anything doesn't really change many things. Of course, we have to trust our doctors, we have to listen to them, follow them, and we shouldn't neglect their experience or intelligence. But above everything, even doctors say that, we have to really trust God and keep that positivity in ourselves and work hard towards keeping our baby better, right? So during that time, when I read Bible, I got few Bible verses. This is not a religious preaching. I just wanted to give a disclaimer. This is what I personally gained energy and strength from, and I'm just going to share what I got strength from. You can have your own things, right? This is just a reference point on my experience. So I just want to share what things really gave confidence in me. So the verse that gave me really confidence was Isaiah 41:10. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." So God Himself told, "Fear not, for I am with you." Then I understood, okay, when God Himself is with me, and He said, "Don't be afraid or don't be dismayed." So what else should I do? I shouldn't be afraid, because God Himself is with me. He promised me, and He will take care of me and my baby. So even if I personally am there next to Olive, I can't do anything because I don't know the medicine. I don't know what is her condition. I don't know what kind of treatment I have to give. I don't know anything. So I have to depend on God completely, because I was completely in a helpless state. Even now, I completely depend on God to take care of her, because as human as I, we can try, but we can't do beyond. That's where I understood, and I completely, even till now, till this minute, I give my life and especially Olive's life to God's hand, because I know He is with us and He'll take care of us. The second Bible verse that I really gained strength from was, I really wrote it down so that all of you will see. All things work together for them who love God, and it's from Romans 8:28. So all things will work together for only for our good, and whatever God thinks this is good for us, He will do it. So he thought Olive being in, that's what my husband always used to tell. Olive being in hospital is more safer than she being with us right now. I really accept that, because when I forcefully bring her to me, I can't take care of her, right? And she may even feel more pain, or she may feel fall in more trouble. So she's in the best place, and she's under the supervision of doctors. So all things work for our good. And when God feels perfect time for her to, bring Olive to me, He brought it. That was on her 21st day, Olive's 21st day. That was when God gave us, and it was such a precious moment. At that time, she was too tiny, but she was even tinier when she was born. So that is the second verse. And with men, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. That is absolutely true. So with God, everything is possible. And I really trust God in that. If he wants to save Olive, he will save. If he wants to, decrease the pain in her, he will decrease. If he wants to heal her, he will heal her. So that is all his will. So that is where I got my complete joy and power and strength. And from then on, I only lean onto him. So this, there was so much of physical, emotional, mental exhaustion during the birth, because delivery itself is a very difficult process, and that too I had like 200 bp and my physical health was not at all good. Most of my family thought I would die during delivery, having a brain stroke or a heart stroke, because my bp was extremely high. There were very less chances that I survive, but by the grace of God, I did survive. So yeah, so that is what I always think. If it is God's will, it will happen. If not, no, it won't. But we have to try our level best, right? So amongst all this stress, it was only the strength that I got, it was from God. The next thing that I really wanted to share with all of you was uh, being knowledgeable. Understand what you have to really um gain knowledge upon. I mean, like, for example, if you know your baby's condition very well, like, for example, if your baby is having some learning difficulties or some milestone delays or eating difficulties or whatever it is, uh, for example, our condition, our baby is premature. If we have proper knowledge on broader area and some minute areas, knowledge is very important. Being aware is very important. So you have to be aware of what is happening with your baby and with yourself. You have to gain some external knowledge. For that, this channel is extremely dedicated extensively only for premature babies and their care and development and growth. So you can always, just text me. I'm just a text away from you to answer all your queries and questions. Right, so you have to be very knowledgeable in order to take care of your baby. That will help you be confident. It will help you have that awareness of something is wrong. For example, something is wrong. What you have to do? Immediately, you have to have that knowledge and awareness. For example, lately, Olive is not eating properly. So I'm not worried about her not eating. It is only that toddlers generally don't eat. So that is the knowledge I gained because I spent some time. I do my research. I speak to other mamas. I speak to the doctors. I speak to the pediatricians. Then I understand that, toddlers not eating or toddlers eating very less is totally normal. So when you have the knowledge of your baby's health condition and generally in preterm babies how they react and how they grow, how they feed, then you will be more confident, right? For example, feeding premature babies, you always have to make them sit straight up straight, and you have to feed them very slowly, drop by drop. And initially you feel only 10 ml, and that too they won't drink sometimes. They will drink and they'll not drink sometimes, and it's totally all right. So I encourage all the mothers, instead of sitting and worrying in a corner, it's better to actually know the things about premature babies. Talk to your doctors, talk to your friends, talk to other mamas, and see all the videos in this channel so that you will be more confident from within, right? The next point that I want to suggest is hope for the best but prepare for the worst. Always hope that your baby is in best of condition, but always prepare for the worst as well. Because when Olive was getting discharged, that's what the doctor specifically told us. Like, when her hands and legs turn blue, or she turns purple, or she's not reacting, or she's inactive, or she's not responding, that is where you have to immediately take her to the hospital. You have to put her on oxygen, and you shouldn't, wait for ambulance. I mean, like, you shouldn't even wait for uh, the hospital that I have to go. If there is any hospital in the middle on the way that you are going, you can first go, stop there in the hospital and get the baby checked, and then you can come when the baby is stabilized. And the doctor also told us to have oxygen when she is on emergency, because things are very, at the minute. Anything can change in a minute. So you have to prepare for the worst. You have to always observe your baby, how she is growing, what is her growth level, and is there any emergency sign that she is showing, or is she not responding? How are her milestones going? How is her weight gain, and how is her feeding tracking? So all these things, if have a note upon and have an idea upon, generally, if somebody will wake you up and somebody will ask you a question, you have to be able to tell anything about your baby. That knowledge and that awareness you have to have. And always have emergency numbers, always have your doctor in touch, go for regular checkups. So that's where you will gain that confidence. Okay, my doctor is always available for me, I'll anyhow go and reach out to my doctor. The next important thing is trust your doctors. This many people will lack. Yes, I understand, because of all this Google and all, we just Google everything and we think we know everything, but that is not the case. They know better. So when they tell you something, when they ask you to do something, this test or that examination or anything, or they tell you to admit the baby, or yourself, you have to follow every instruction. That is where you will at least have the confidence that they are in the right hands, right? And the next point that you have to keep in mind is always to be positive and stay happy. When the mother is happy, the baby will be happy. When the mother is confident, the baby will automatically be confident. I always keep on telling all my mothers that, when your baby will see you crying and sad and all this, they don't want to, they don't feel that confidence and strength from you. If you are very confident and happy, and you always smile at your baby, you talk to your baby, you play with your baby, and you enjoy interacting with your baby, that gives them happiness, that gives them strength, and that gives them the comfort that my mother is with me and she is going to help me. So you have to always be very confident in front of your child and be happy. Whatever the family issues, we all have issues. It's not like nobody is having a perfect marriage or a perfect life, but that has to be away from the baby, not in front of the baby. Or always have a positive, happy environment, and no crying, for heaven's sake. Premature babies are just normal babies, and don't create a taboo, or oh my baby is this, oh my baby is that, and hiding your baby. I saw people literally hiding premature babies because they think their baby is not so beautiful or so good to show it to the society. They don't bring their babies to functions, or they don't make their babies interact in social gatherings or anything. And that's very, very bad. I mean, like, how can you do like that? Premature baby is a normal baby. Treat her like a normal baby. And if you have any elders at home, or any friends, or anybody who speaks anything negatively, you please cut it off. That negative energy is not at all necessary. Yes, it has to be a lot of positivity, a lot of happiness, and a nurturing environment. Everybody has to work for premature babies. It's not only premature babies. Every family member has to work together to bring up a baby. In olden days, there was a saying that it takes a village to bring up a baby. That means everybody has their own part in dealing with the baby. So, yeah, be that. And the last thing is stop worrying. That is my biggest tip. Stop worrying, trust God, trust your doctor. Be happy, everything will be all right. Right? So these are my tips, and how I am so confident in raising Olive is because, first of all, I give myself and my daughter in God's hand. The second is I trust my doctors. I do everything that they tell from scratch. I don't question them. I don't ask them. It's good to ask doubts, but don't question their treatment, right? And the next thing is I always stay positive, and I feel my baby is the best baby in the world. I don't treat her anything different. I don't attach any taboos to her just because she is having a delayed milestone. I know a few of my friends' children who have walked at ninth month, or at before their first birthday, but that doesn't really matter to me. Olive literally walked 3 days ago. So you shouldn't compare your baby to anybody and feel low and make your baby feel low. Each baby has their own pace of growing. let them grow like that, and enjoy each phase. Eventually they're going to walk and they're going to run and they're going to go to school and learn everything. So you don't have to worry about all these things. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about food. As I'm telling, but I was worried. It's not like I'm immune to everything. I was worried too. Because especially my father was really very worried when Olive was not crawling. He was giving her training every day for 1 hour. He used to sit with her and he used to make her move forward. But she didn't. Right after her first birthday, she crawled herself. So that's what I understood. I shouldn't overstress myself. She's eventually going to do anything anyhow. So that's what are my tips. And many of you have joined just now. Hi. If you haven't watched this video, please go back after this live and you can watch from the beginning. I've given few of my tips. So now let's go to the chat session and let's begin the question section. Sai Prasad, hi Sagar. uh, Ramya, hi Ramya. Samyukta, hi Samyukta. Neha, वेट गेन के लिए बताओ मैम, प्रीमेच्योर बेबी है 6+ है, उसका कितना वेट होना चाहिए? हाय सुषमा. Neha, could you please tell me what is her birth weight and her present weight? How old is she? So that we can have an estimation of how much she has grown, or is it okay or not? And you can shoot your questions now so that I'll be answering. This is the question round. We have finished 30 minutes of discussion, and now we'll have a Q&A session live so that you can ask me questions and I'll be answering you on live. Yes. Neha, if you're still on live, please do let me know the birth weight and the present weight and how old is she. In that way we can estimate. I'll have some juice. It's been a long time that I was speaking and it's very hot. Yeah, so how are you all celebrating your Sunday? How is it going? And I also wanted to ask, what do you think is the best tip that you got today? You can leave it in the comments down below. And if you haven't shared this live, you can please go ahead and post it on your social media that, you're attending Mom, Dad, Olive Live. So you can put a hashtag and you can tag me on your social media so that other mamas can see. You can all go ahead and tag it this live. Hi Sushma. I'm really worried about my baby Teena. He's going under physiotherapy because he's still not sitting. Yes, yes. We share this often. Don't worry, Sushma. Give plenty of time for your baby to actually go through the whole process of healing, because we never know how long it takes, but eventually your baby will definitely sit and walk and stand and run, and he's going to go to school, everything. But as mothers, we really feel very anxious and worried. Even I was very anxious and worried because she has to go to school and she was not walking yet. But eventually they will do everything, and physiotherapy is very good. So be positive, don't worry, nothing will happen. Do everything that the doctors ask you to do, and don't ever please show that disappointment to your baby, because they may feel discouraged. Always enjoy each day. If your baby even has a very tiny little bit of improvement, try to encourage that, try to celebrate that. That is going to help you and your baby both. I know you are a great mother, you're doing a great job, and your baby is awesome. They are trying their level best, your little ones. So just be positive, nothing happens. Ramya, hi ma'am, my preterm baby born in 30 weeks. Birth weight is 1.3, now 9-month old. Weight is 6.5. Is it normal? Ninth month, 6.5. Could be little better because your baby's birth weight is quite okay. 1.3. Okay. Could be around 7+ during this time. But don't worry. It's okay. Good. Don't worry. Your baby is doing good. As far as they are happy, healthy, eating, playing, doing whatever they want, that's totally all right. And having a reference point is okay, but comparison is not okay because each baby has their own state. I myself, I didn't crawl, I directly walked. So it shouldn't compare. Now I can't stop talking also. When I was a child, I never opened my mouth. um, Thank you for giving vital information. Thank you so much for your support also. He's improving, Tina. Compared to previous month, we are seeing a lot of change. Wow, that's awesome. See, there is so much of improvement. There is a lot of change that you told yourself. You have to celebrate that. Eventually, they will do everything, Shushma. And I'm missing, literally, I'm missing Olive being small. The other day, I was talking to my husband and I told, I'm missing and I'm feeling kind of different because Olive is growing up very fast. She's growing up and now she's very independent. She doesn't even sometimes want to, be held. She was like, no, no, don't touch me. Don't take me into your arms. I want to walk. The other day we went to a park and she walked the whole park. I said, can I hold you? Shall I hold you? She was like, no, no, no. So eventually you will also miss this. So enjoy this state. Don't worry. Ramya, thank you, ma'am. You're welcome. At center also they will tell your baby cognitive skill is good. Wow. Hey, intelligent baby you have, Sushma. Very nice. That's so sweet. I really want to see all of you. Actually, I recently found out a way how I can see your babies is whenever you post your baby's picture or your picture with your baby, anything, if you just tag hashtag mom, dad, Olive, I can see that because you're tagging me. So I can obviously see, and I really wanted to see all your babies and all your pictures. If you're posting anything on social media, please tag me. I really want to see. Can you speak Telugu? Yes, నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడతాను. మోనికా మీరు అడగండి నేను చెప్తాను. I can speak Telugu, Hindi, English. You can ask me in anything. But the other language, I really wanted to learn, but I don't know to speak. I really admire people who can speak various languages. I'm so sorry for Kannadigas and Tamilians. They were asking me many questions, but I'm so sorry I don't know the language, and I just hope I can help you in that way. Yeah, please shoot your question. I'm ready to answer. Now we are having those who have joined just now. We are having our Q&A session live, so you can ask me anything related to your babies or yourself. I am happy to answer you on live. I'm going to stay here for another 20 minutes, and then we are going to end this live session. Yes, all of you, I told you to grab a juice for yourself. Did you all grab your juice? It's very hot. That's why I bought a juice for the first time. And people from the live, from which place are you seeing this live? Please leave it in the comments down. I want to actually know where you're seeing this live from. If you're from Hyderabad, Nellore, Tamil Nadu, Ukraine, or Europe, US, anything, just leave it in the comments down below. Your own place as well. Okay, baby breast milk తీసుకోవట్లేసిస్ preterm. సో వెయిట్ లాస్ ఎలా వెయిట్ గెయిన్ అవ్వాలి లాస్ అవ్వద్దు. ఓకే, సో మోనికా మీ పాప ఎంత వెయిట్ ఉన్నాడు అండ్ ఎన్ని మంత్స్ ఉన్నాడు? మీ సడన్ ట్రాన్సిషన్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ టు తెలుగు. ఓకే, తెలుగు. మీ బాబు వెయిట్ అండ్ బర్త్ వెయిట్ అండ్ ఎన్ని మంత్స్ చెప్తే దాన్ని బట్టి మనం చూడొచ్చు. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ 6 మంత్స్ పైన ఉంటే సాలిడ్ ఫుడ్ అలా కూడా స్టార్ట్ చేయొచ్చు కదా, అందుకే అడుగుతున్నాను. ఒకవేళ మీకు బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ తాగట్లేదు అంటే యూ కెన్ గో హెడ్ అండ్ గివ్ ఫార్ములా మిల్క్. నేను వెయిట్ లాస్ అవ్వట్లేదు. అచ్చా, మీరు వెయిట్ లాస్ అవ్వట్లేదు. సీ బాబు బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ తాగేదానికి మీ పర్సనల్ వెయిట్ లాస్‌కి అస్సలు సంబంధం లేదు. అది బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ అయినా, ఫార్ములా మిల్క్ అయినా దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఇండిపెండెంట్. సో, జస్ట్ బికాజ్ మనం బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ ఇస్తున్నంత మాత్రాన మనం డబుల్, ట్రిపుల్ తినాల్సిన అవసరము లేదు. ఓకే. మనం కొంచెం ఎక్కువ తింటే సరిపోతుంది బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్‌కి. ఫ్రీక్వెంట్‌గా తింటే కూడా సరిపోతది. అంతేగాని మన పర్సనల్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ఉండాలి, కొంచెం డైట్ రెస్ట్రిక్షన్స్ ఉండాలి. ఇలా అయితేనే మనం వెయిట్ లాస్ అవ్వచ్చు. యాక్చువల్‌గా దీనిపైన మేము ఒక వీడియో కూడా చేసాం. నేను మా అక్క. షీ ఈస్ అ డాక్టర్. పోస్ట్ పార్టమ్ ఎక్సర్సైజెస్ గురించి. ఎలాంటి ఎక్సర్సైజెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలని. యూ స్టార్ట్ విత్ లైట్ వాకింగ్. వాకింగ్‌తో స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. కొంచెం డైట్ రెస్ట్రిక్షన్స్ తీసుకోండి. ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేయండి మార్నింగ్, ఈవినింగ్ ఆర్ అట్‌లీస్ట్ మార్నింగ్. ఈ మధ్య మేము స్టార్ట్ చేసాం. ఐ కెన్ సీ రిజల్ట్స్. చేయండి, నో ప్రాబ్లమ్. బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ దీనికి ఏం సంబంధం లేదు. అండ్ మదర్స్ చాలా కష్టపడాలి. లైక్ వాట్ వి సే వెయిట్ లాస్ అవ్వడానికి. అది చాలా కష్టం. నేను కూడా కొంచెం కష్టపడుతున్నా. బట్ రీసెంట్లీ నేను కూడా ఎక్సర్సైజ్ స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. అందుకే ఐఎమ్ ఫీలింగ్ లిటిల్ బెటర్. And I have also observed that when we exercise, our mind, our body, our mood, everything is being elevated, and that's good. Come on, people, ask me questions again. If I go, you people will again, if you people are texting me after I leave the live, how can I answer after leaving the live? Again, that has to be a text message. Here I can nicely explain you in detail if you have any doubts. And coming to the updates of Olive is finally eating rice. Yay! She hates rice. Earlier she used to only eat roti, paratha, pancake, and these what we say, chicken starters kind of things. But now she's eating rice, and my mom is slowly teaching her how to eat with curry. She's eating rice and dal. She's feeding herself, and that is the latest update for Olive. And it's so adorable to see. And sometimes she is very, very smart. She'll put only at the opening of her mouth and she'll put it back. Nothing goes inside her mouth, but her lips will be full of rice. So if anybody will see her, it will be as if like Olive is really eating a lot of rice, but actually she's not. But at least I'm glad that she's at least touching the rice and putting it in her mouth by herself. We have a message. Let me just check. First low depressed అయిపోయా, but his weight improvement is good. Birth weight 2 kgs. Now 4th month. Wow, very nice. Your baby is improving a lot. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు రిలాక్స్ అయ్యారు కదా, ఇప్పుడు మీరు మీ మీద ఫోకస్ చేయండి. కొంచెం వీ హ్యావ్ టు యాజ్ మదర్స్ మన మీద మనం కొంచెం ఫోకస్ చేస్తే కొంచెం రిజల్ట్ వస్తుంది. రిజల్ట్ వస్తుంటే మనకు కూడా హ్యాపీగా అనిపిస్తుంది. And weight loss after delivery is really tough. అండ్ ఇట్లాంటివి అస్సలే తాగొద్దు. కానీ నేను ఎందుకు తాగుతున్నా అంటే చాలా వేడిగా ఉంది. ఈ రూమ్లో ఏసీ లేదు. అండ్ మీ అందరికీ లైట్లు వేసి చేస్తున్నాను నేను అన్నీ. ఫ్యాన్ తక్కువ పెట్టి. సో ఇట్స్ రియలీ డిఫికల్ట్. ఇలాంటివి తాగకండి వెయిట్ లాస్కి. బాబుకి ఫ్రూట్ జ్యూసెస్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేయొచ్చా? మీ బాబు ఇప్పుడు 4th month కదా. నో నీడ్. వై ఇన్ హరీ? అస్సలు వద్దు. 6th month వరకు మంచిగా బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ ఇవ్వండి. మంచిగా ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ అంటిల్ 6 months. దట్ ఈస్ సజెస్టెడ్ బై డాక్టర్స్. వై ఇన్ హరీ? ఎనీహౌ జీవితాంతం వాళ్ళు అదే కదా తినేది. మనమంతా తొందరగా పెట్టద్దు. అండ్ డాక్టర్ని నో నీడ్. అసలు ఏదొద్దు. ఓన్లీ బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ సరిపోతుంది వాళ్ళకి 6th month వరకు. ఇప్పుడు 4th month కదా మీ బాబు. చాలా చిన్నోడు. ఇప్పుడే ఎందుకు అవన్నీ? ఆలివ్కి 7th monthలో స్టార్ట్ చేసాం. 7th month వరకు డాక్టర్ ఏం పెట్టొద్దన్నారు. అండ్ డోంట్ స్టార్ట్ సాలిడ్ వితౌట్ ఆస్కింగ్ యువర్ డాక్టర్. డాక్టర్ని అడిగినాకనే డాక్టర్ ఓకే ఇప్పుడు మీ బాబు సాలిడ్ ఫుడ్ తీసుకునే స్టేట్లో ఉన్నాడు, ఇప్పుడు ఫ్రూట్స్, ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్, ఇప్పుడు నాన్ వెజ్ అన్నప్పుడే మీరు పెట్టండి. మీరు తొందరపడి హడావుడిపడి చేయొద్దు. బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ తీసుకోవట్లేదు, పంప్ చేయండి. ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేసి ఫీడింగ్ బాటిల్లో వేయండి. express your breast milk, నాన్ ప్రో యూస్ చేయి, ఓకే ఫార్ములా మిల్క్ యూస్ చేయి, నో ఇష్యూ. మీకు ఒకవేళ బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ వస్తుంది అంటే, ఒకవేళ బేబీ బ్రెస్ట్ లాచ్ చేసుకోకపోతే బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేసి దాన్ని ఫీడింగ్ బాటిల్లో ఇవ్వండి. అలా కూడా తీసుకోవట్లేదంటే మీ డైట్ కొంచెం చేంజ్ చేయండి. మేబీ మీరు తినేది తనకి ఏదైనా ఫ్లేవర్ నచ్చట్లేదో ఏదో, అంటే మనం తినేదే కదా వాళ్ళకి తెలిసేది. మన మన డైటే వాళ్ళకి డైట్ లాగా వెళ్తుంది. సో మీ ఫుడ్ హ్యాబిట్స్ ఏమైనా చేంజ్ చేసుకొని చూడండి, బేబీకి అలా నచ్చుతుందేమో. లేదు అంటే యూ కెన్ కంటిన్యూ విత్ ఫార్ములా మిల్క్. అండ్ ఫార్ములా మిల్క్ ఈస్ వెరీ వెరీ గుడ్ ఫర్ వెయిట్ గెయిన్. వెయిట్ గెయిన్కి ఫార్ములా మిల్క్ బెస్ట్. బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ బాగుంటుంది, దట్ ఈస్ అబ్సల్యూట్లీ 100% గుడ్ ఫర్ యర్ బేబీ బికాస్ యాంటీబాడీస్ అవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. కానీ ఫార్ములా మిల్క్లో మాత్రం వెయిట్ గెయిన్ అనేది కన్సిస్టెంట్గా ఉంటుంది, చాలా బాగుంటుంది. అండ్ 4th మంత్లో 5.5, ఇంకేం కావాలి మీకు. ఎస్, ఆలివ్కి కంప్లీట్ ఫార్ములా మిల్క్ అండ్ 1.5 to 2 months వరకు బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్, ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్, తర్వాత ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ ఫార్ములా మిల్క్. ఐ ఈవెన్చువల్లీ లాస్ట్ మై బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ అండ్ వీ గేవ్ హర్ ఫార్ములా మిల్క్ అంటిల్ హర్ 6th month ఎండింగ్. 6th month అయిపోయినాక అప్పుడు డాక్టర్ టోల్డ్ us to start with Cerelac. So we started with half spoon of Cerelac. After that in 7th month ఎండింగ్లో అప్పుడు ఫ్రూట్ పెట్టాం. You are in a rush. Please don't be in a rush. Babies can survive only on milk and they should have only milk until 6th month. Term babies aina, preterm babies aina, evvaraina, the rule is same. Exclusive breast milk or exclusive formula milk until 6th month. Yes? Come on. ఇంకేదైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి. If you have any other questions, please go ahead and ask me. Have you all posted on your social media? Watching live with mom, dad, Olive. Please tag us. Okay, sis, thank you so much. Actually, I am homeopathic doctor, but I'm following you. That's very good. You're following me. I'm so happy. Thank you. As your doctor, you must have known that milk is sufficient for 6th month, until 6 months, right? And you people today, you're not commenting at all. I asked you 2 questions. I asked you from where you are. Please type it in the comments. And I asked you if you have any question, you can ask me. Nobody is doing. Only you're simply looking at me. Why? And these new earrings, my sister brought it. Nice. This new chain also. It's good. At least if you like this, at least comment that. Because I'm just talking to myself since 1 hour. My sister brought these necklace and these and this bracelet. So I'm wearing all her things today. Because I'm the youngest one. She is the elder one. And you all know how younger sisters are. We just grab everything from elder sisters. Right? And she doesn't mind. It's 6:45. I'm going to be here for another 10 minutes. We are going to end this live in 10 minutes. So you only have 10 minutes to ask me anything related to your babies or yourself, and I'm here to answer your questions. Right? So today we have discussed about how to be confident. That's what I told. First, I'm going to repeat those 5 points. The first thing, I really trust God and I leave everything to Him. Myself, my marriage life, my daughter, her health and everything. The second one is I try to gain a lot of knowledge about premature babies or anything. For example, if Olive is in this stage, I try to gain a lot of knowledge related to that particular stage and her milestones, growth and development and how she is. And I also gain a lot of information by reading, speaking to other mamas, speaking to the doctors and everything. And the third point is you have to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. So I always hope, always in best of best condition. Excuse me. But I also prepare how to react in the worst situations. For example, if she, one day Olive was finding it very difficult to breathe during in the middle of the night at around 1 o'clock. So at that time, you have to know what to do. So first we tried giving saline water, in her nostrils. Then we tried giving her in, what do we say, that nebulizer. And then even after that it was not working, and then we took her to the hospital immediately. So you have to be prepared for anything that may happen. You have to hope for the best but prepare for the worst, right? And the next point is always be confident and happy, and create a happy, positive, nurturing environment for your baby to grow. As I'm doing holistic series also, have you all watched that? I've shown you my books, and in that series I've discussed, like, uh, you have to create a lot of enriching experience for your baby to grow holistically. Not just weight gain is not enough. Okay, that doesn't make your baby develop holistically. Physical, emotional, social, spiritual, mental, cognitive, logical thinking, musical, mathematical, many things, observation, art, dance, everything makes your baby together in a nutshell. Just being weight and fat doesn't help anybody. So do watch that series as well. I'm going to do more videos on that and how to develop that. And the next point that I've shared is always be confident and happy. The next point is stop worrying. So don't worry too much about your babies. They're going to be all right. Eventually they are going to grow, and they're going to go to school, and they're going to miss them. Already I am missing Olive being very small. She has grown so much. Yes. So if you have any questions, you can please leave that in the comments down below. I'm going to answer your questions live. Are you all also drinking juice watching this live? Is it very hot in your area as well? Because it is very hot here, especially in this room. Because I prefer using this room for my shoot, because this is closed. Where is Olive? Olive is sleeping. Just 5 minutes before the live, Olive slept. She didn't sleep in the afternoon. So today she was full on mode of playing, because her Peddamma came back from a conference and she played with her. So she's sleeping right now. And maybe she'll wake up at around 8 o'clock. Then we'll again have some dinner. Yes. Nobody has any questions? Everybody is fine? Then tell me, what about your babies? What are they doing? You're not telling me anything. And this is very horrible to sit in front of a camera and speak to yourself for hours. I want you all to interact with me, so that this is going to be a very interesting session. Or else from next time onwards, I'll just put it as a 30-minute live, because 1 hour live, nobody is talking and I'm tired talking of myself. Right? Yes. So this week you're going to get few more videos on summer tips. I'm going to make a couple of more videos, and then I have a big announcement coming this week. So do watch out. What is that big announcement? That's going to be a secret as of now, but I'm going to reveal that at the end of this week. So do check out this channel. Keep coming and keep sharing this channel with other mamas, and help this channel reach many more people. And as I said, if you're posting anything related to your baby or yourself, you please don't forget to tag us in that post. You can tag us by hashtag #momdadolive, and that is going to help me reach that post, and I'm going to see that and appreciate your baby as well. So that's it for this video. I think anybody doesn't have any questions anymore. So let's end this session over here. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of your little ones. Thank you so much for joining. Bye bye.